Good morning to all the students. This lesson is for class 8th for the subject of chemistry, topic chemical equation, which is covered in chapter 1, the language of chemistry, starting on page number 10 of your textbook titled Concise Chemistry by Selena Publication, and is being submitted to you on 17th May 2021. This voice is of Mohinisha Thakur. All students may now please open page number 10 of your notebook in front of you. If all students are ready, then let us start with this chapter. All students may now please listen carefully. Chemical equation. So students, what is chemical equation? A chemical reaction can be represented using the symbols and formula of the substances involved in it. Example, carbon burns in air to form carbon dioxide. The reaction can be written as C plus O2 gives CO2. Similarly, when magnesium combines with nitrogen to form magnesium nitride, so it can be written as Mg plus N2 gives Mg3N2. In this, Mg and N2 are reactants, whereas Mg3N2 or CO2 are the products. So, the substances taking part in the chemical reaction is reactant, whereas the substances formed as the result of reaction, this is known as products. Student, some chemical reactions are given on the page number 2 of the notes, which is sent on 17th May 2021. You may observe the chemical reaction through them. Now, we will discuss the next topic of this chapter, which is balanced equation. So students, we have already studied about a chemical equation. The elements of reactant molecules are also present in the product molecules. A balanced equation is that in which the total number of atoms of each element in the reactants is the same as the number of atoms in the products formed. Example, C plus O2 gives CO2. So students, in this reaction here, the number of carbon atoms on both sides is 1 and number of oxygen atom on both sides is 2. So the equation is balanced. Now see another example. N2 plus H2 give NH3. This equation is not balanced. So what we will do? Firstly, we will write the number of atoms. In nitrogen, in the reactant side, there is 2 atoms. In hydrogen, in the reactant side, there is 2 atoms. Whereas in the product side, nitrogen have 1 atom and hydrogen have 3 valence. So what we will do? We will multiply the hydrogen in the left hand side, on the reactant side, with 3, and in the product side we will multiply the NH3 with 2. After that it will become N2 plus 3H2 and 2 NH3. Now we will see is the number of atoms are same of both the nitrogen and hydrogen in the left hand side or right hand side. So let us start. N2 in the left hand side, nitrogen has 2. In the right hand side, left hand side hydrogen is equals to 3 into 2, that is equals to 6. Now whereas on the right hand side, nitrogen has 2, so it is, and hydrogen has 2 into 3, that is 6. Now the balanced equation is, it is a balanced equation. Now we will discuss the balancing a chemical equation. We will learn to balance an equation by using hit and trial method. We do this by making the atoms of each element equal on both sides of equations. So steps are: first, count the number of times an element occurs on either side. Number 2, the element with the least frequency is balanced first. Number 3, when 2 or more elements have the same frequency, the metallic element is balanced first. Let us balance some equations. There are some unbalanced equations are given, to which I will discuss one or two. So first is Fe plus H2O give Fe3O4 plus H2. Firstly, we will write the element, or we will count the number of times an element occurs in the either side. So element are Fe, that is iron, H, that is hydrogen, and O is that is oxygen. So how many atoms are there in reactant side and product side? In reactant side, Fe has 1, product side Fe has 3. In reactant side, hydrogen has 2, on product side hydrogen has 2, and whereas on the left hand side, reactant side, oxygen has 1 and product has 4. So what we will do now, Fe and hydrogen have same frequency 4, but Fe is metal, so it will balance first. Write 3 before Fe on reactant side. Now Fe is 3 on both sides, that is 3 Fe plus H2O gives Fe3O4 plus H2. As H2 on both sides, let us balance oxygen. On the product side, oxygen has 4, so we will multiply the H2O on the reactant side with 4. So it will become 3Fe plus 4H2O gives Fe3O4 plus H2. Now count the number of molecules on the either side. In the reactant side, Fe is equals to 3. On the product side, Fe is equals to also 3. In the left hand side or the reactant side, oxygen has 4 atoms, whereas in right hand side, oxygen has also 4 atoms. In the reactant side, hydrogen has, we will multiply the 4 atoms of hydrogen with atoms of hydrogen, that is 4 into 2, that is equals to 2. Or in the right hand side, hydrogen has 2. To equalize H on the product side, multiply by the 4. So it will become 3Fe plus 4H2O, Fe3O4 plus 4H2. Now it is balanced. There is one also unbalanced equation is given on the page number 4 of the notes, which is sent on 17th May 2021. Students, try to solve it by your own. Now we will discuss the next topic of this chapter, which is information conveyed by a balanced chemical equation. Firstly, look at the following balanced equation, which is given that 2NaOH plus H2SO4, that is sodium hydroxide, on reacting with sulfuric acid will give sodium sulfate, that is Na2SO4 plus water, that is 2H2O. It is a balanced equation. So what this equation, above equation tells us that first about the reactants and products formed in the reaction. Number 2, the number of molecules of all the substances involved. Like here we can see 2 molecules of sodium hydroxide react with 1 molecule of sulfuric acid to give 1 molecule of sodium sulfate and 2 molecules of water. The third, which we will observe, that chemical composition of each compounds like sodium sulfate, which is Na2SO4, contains 2 atoms of sodium, 1 atom of sulfur and 4 atoms of oxygen. And the fourth one is every atom has a fixed mass called as atomic mass. When we add the atomic masses of all the elements of a molecule, we get the molecular mass. So a balanced equation will tell us molecular mass of reactants and products formed. In a balanced equation, mass of reactants, that is equals to mass of product. So atomic mass of sodium is 23, oxygen is 16, hydrogen is 1 and sulfur is 32. Now put this atomic mass in the balanced equation. So after putting this, that is 2 is the molecule, so it will comes out of the bracket, that is 23 plus 16 plus 1 bracket close, plus in the H2SO4 hydrogen has 1 atomic mass, so it will multiply with 2, plus sulfur is 32 plus oxygen is 16 into 4, and after multiplying, after solving this equation, you will get the same number of reactants, same number of atoms on the reactant side whereas product side. So here you may observe that 178 equals to 178. So mass of reactant is equals to mass of product. It proves the law of conservation of mass. Let us take one more example, that is zinc on reacting with potassium hydroxide will give potassium zincate and hydrogen. That is Zn plus 2KOH gives K2ZnO2 plus H2. Information conveyed by the above equation. Number 1. One atom of zinc reacts with 2 molecules of potassium hydroxide to give 1 molecule of potassium hydroxide to give 1 molecule of potassium zincate and 1 molecule of hydrogen. So atomic mass of zinc is 65, potassium is 39, oxygen is 16 and hydrogen is 1. Now put these all the atomic mass values in this equation. You will get that 65 gram of zinc react with 112 gram of potassium hydroxide give 175 gram of potassium zincate and 2 gram of hydrogen. So the mass of reactant, that is equals to mass of product. It is also proving that it is here the law of mass of conservation of energy is applied. Now we will do the limitation of chemical equation. So number 1, a chemical equation cannot tell us, number 1, what is that the reactant and products are solid, liquid or gas. Number 2, the speed of the reaction, slow rate or fast rate. Number 3, time taken for completion of the reaction. Number 4, during the reaction, heat was released or absorbed. Number 5, the reaction is reversible or irreversible. And the last number 6 is the reaction is completed or is incomplete. Now we will discuss making chemical equation more informative. We can make a chemical equation more informative by writing the temperature, pressure, catalyst, etc. above or below the arrow, separating reactants and products. Let us see in example that in nitrogen plus 3H2 in the presence of catalyst or promoter, Fe is a catalyst, Fe is a promoter and MO is a catalyst. At the temperature 450 degrees Celsius and pressure 200 to 900 atmosphere will form ammonia. Here Fe is a catalyst, MO, molybdenum is a promoter, temperature required is 450 degrees Celsius and pressure is 200 to 900 atmosphere. There are certain reactions are given on the page number 2. You may observe to them. Now I will give you 3 very short questions. You will get a 3 minutes break to write the answers. So the questions are, question number 1, balance the given equation, that is Ca plus N2 gives Ca3N2. Question number 2, in a balanced equation mass of reactant is equals to dash. And the last question number 3 is, in the given equation tells the catalyst and temperature under which it will proceed. That is N2 plus 3H2 gives 2NH3. Students, now pause this audio for 3 minutes and write the answers in your chemistry notebook. I hope you all have written the answers by now. Let us check the answers now. Answer number 1 is 3Ca plus N2 gives Ca3N2. Answer number 2, mass of products. And the answer number 3 is N2 plus 3H2. Fe plus MO, 450 degrees Celsius. It is a temperature. Fe is a catalyst, MO is a promoter, and pressure is required 200 to 900 atmospheric and will form ammonia, which is NH3. Students, now I am ending the lesson for today by giving instructions and homework. So you all are required to listen the audio and video again and revise all the reactions which we have done in today's lesson. And homework is do question number 1 for 5 of exercise 1B given on page number 15 of your chemistry notebook. Thank you and have a nice day.